Hi, I'm Fatima, and I welcome you all to Life Unfiltered. On today's story, we are heading to South Africa. The story is about a woman whom her life was brought to an end due to the greed of her loved ones. Let's head on with the story. On 5th of January 2020, a 62-year-old mother of four went missing. It was reported that on the day of her disappearance, she had spoken to one of her daughters, Bessie. Upon finding out that Wanta Dlamini wasn't home and she wasn't found, she disappeared, the police instantly started searching for her. They looked for her everywhere. They went to taxi parks, they asked people around, they even checked some of the roads to see if she might have gotten in an accident or something, given her age. But none of that brought an answer as to where Wanta could have been. So a little background here. Wanta Dlamini lived with her son and his girlfriend along with her grandson. So upon finding out that she had disappeared and apparently she's missing, Bessie reached out to her brother to confirm if their mother had indeed returned home, but she wasn't home. And Bessie decided to go to her other sister's house, Nonlaha, and when she reached Nonlaha's house, she found her sitting outside her house. So apparently the day Wanta Dlamini went missing, she was meant to visit Nonlaha's house. But then when Bessie met Nonlaha, she told her that she was told that their mother, Wanta, came to her house, but she wasn't around as she had gone to the shop. So a couple of days later, a body was found by the roadside, and it was later on identified as the body of 62-year-old Wanta Dlamini. Unfortunately for her family, everyone was concerned and they were all mourning together. But her daughter, Bessie, had her suspicion on her two sisters, Nonlaha and Betterville. And here is why. So in November of 2019, it was mentioned that Nonlaha and Betterville attempted to poison their mother, Wanta. They tried to feed her poisoned drink, but luckily for Wanta, she didn't consume the drink. And afterwards, this brought a rift between Wanta and her two daughters, Nonlaha and Betterville, and they kind of went for a while without speaking. So a couple of days before the disappearance of Wanta, her daughter Nonlaha paid her a visit. And when she came to her house, she invited her to her own place. So with this, Wanta decided to inform Bessie about the visit of Nonlaha and how she invited her to come to her place. But Bessie didn't agree with Wanta, didn't want Wanta to go to Nonlaha's house, given the fact that the poisoning event had taken place in November of 2019. She didn't want her mother to go, but then Wanta insisted that she actually wanted to go, and as a mother, maybe she wanted to have closure because she said probably Nonlaha wanted to apologize for her previous actions. So Bessie decided that if Wanta is going to Nonlaha's place, she wouldn't go alone. So she told Wanta to go along with her son's girlfriend and her grandson. So, which that was the plan. So on the day Wanta went missing, she, along with her son's girlfriend and her grandson, head out to go to Nolaha's place. But on their way there, somehow they got separated, like they got lost. So the son's girlfriend and the grandson couldn't like meet up with Wanta. So, and they don't know the way to Nolaha's house on their own. So Wanta went on her own, and then the girlfriend and the grandson decided to go back home. So when Wanta reached Nolaha's house, she realized that Nolaha wasn't alone in the house. She was in the house along with 3 other men. And instantly, like the moment she walked into the house, they attacked her. Unfortunately for Wanta, they beat her up, and sadly, and those men took turns in sexually assaulting her while her daughter, Nolaha, held down her legs. They ended up taking her life, and they tied her up and took her into the bathroom of Nolaha's house, and that was where they kept her. So police investigation went on, and 15 days after the death of Wanta Dlamini, her daughter, Bessie, received a call from an insurance company. The insurance company wanted to make inquiries with regards to the death of their mother, Wanta Dlamini. And when Bessie got this information, she found out that 2 of her sisters, Nolaha and Betterbill, had taken 2 separate life insurance on their mother, Wanta. So immediately, Bessie told the insurance company to stop with the payout. They shouldn't give out the payment. And with this information, Bessie's suspicion is now confirmed, and she immediately ordered for the arrest of her 2 sisters, Nolaha, age 33, and Betterbill, age 39. So this particular type of insurance that Nolaha and Betterbill took from this insurance company had a certain clause. So in the clause, it mentioned that if in the case the person that the insurance had been taken out on died of unnatural causes, they will get double the payment. So in this case, for the 5 people that were involved in the murder of Wanta would have each gotten 80,000 rands in payment. So the police went on to arrest Nolaha, her sister Betterbill, and Nolaha's boyfriend, while 2 other accomplices were at large. So while in custody, Nolaha confessed to everything. She gave a detailed description of what had happened the day their mother, Wanta, went missing and what went down in her home, sadly, unfortunately. And she went into the gory details of what had happened to their mother and what they had done to her. She went on to take a plea deal, and she was sentenced to 28 years in prison on 29th of January. While her sister, Betterbill, denied having any involvement in the killing of their mother, Wanta. However, Nolaha had already made mention of how Betterbill played her own part in the murder. Apparently, she made mention of Betterbill being the mastermind behind the disposal of Wanta's body. Sadly. So till this date, there is an ongoing case in court, and till date, Betterbill is still trying to maintain her innocence, where she had said she didn't take part in it, that the day the event happened, she wasn't even home. She was at work and she had nothing to do with everything that had happened. It was just Nolaha and the rest of the accomplices. So this brings us to the end of today's story. Sadly, it was an unfortunate event, and it was so sad that Wanta had to pay for the greed of her own children. The fact that all the things that had happened to her, the assault and everything, she didn't deserve any of this, and no one deserves this. And it's terrifying to know that her own flesh and blood did this to her own children, her daughters that she gave birth to did this to her, and all for what? They did all of these things, all for money, and I believe their mom looks like a very sweet person, and there are so many ways to go about things in life. What did she do to them? What has she done to these people? I just don't understand how a child would do that to their own mother. Anyways, I would love to know your thoughts on this one, and please be sure to leave your comments or suggestions if you have any. Thank you for dropping by. Please do subscribe, share with your loved ones, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.